Hey, it's Money Mindset Coach. My name is Valerie, and I talk about all kinds of stuff, but usually frugality, minimalism, um, finance, getting out of debt. Um, I just tend to talk about just about anything. I wanted to say, first off, Yellowstone Cookbook. Oh my gosh. I made my first recipe in here. And I'm going to show you the picture because if I show you the words, it's going to be backwards. But this is the hamburger mac casserole. For any Yellowstone fans out there, remember when Beth made this for Rip and that young kid that was staying with them? That was kind of like their son, but not really. This was the recipe. And I gotta tell you, it was fabulous. Very, very good. It was easy, but it was all, you know, from scratch. It was real cooking. When my kids were growing up, I made Hamburger Helper a lot. And that was that's kind of what this reminds me of because it's got macaroni in it, it's got the ground beef, but oh my gosh, the seasoning is amazing. So, anyway, I just wanted to do a shout out to that cookbook and any Yellowstone fans out there. Kevin Costner, if you're watching, which would be so awesome. But anyway, I made that tonight and it was really, really good. So, and I'm doing this year, 2024, I am doing a no clothes challenge. So I am not buying anything that goes on my body, including shoes, socks, undergarments, anything. I am not buying that for this year. And I have done that so far. And this is getting near the end of March and into April, probably by the time this video comes out. And I am doing really good at it. So anyway, every video I wear something different. I do love clothes. I have a lot of clothes and I want to get rid of some of them over this year. And then next year, do some shopping and replace some stuff. But I think I can get rid of quite a few, if I'm not liking it. But this particular sweater is apartment 9, and it comes down, past my behind. And I just love this sweater. And I got it at the thrift store. And what I love, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's got this stripe going down the side and it's got these buttons. And it's got them on this side too. And I just thought that was so interesting. Usually when I'm looking for something, I am looking for something that has some interest, that has interesting sleeves or a really pretty neckline or something. I don't tend to like plain clothes. I just don't like that. I like dressing up. My boyfriend, Tom, will say all the time, "Are you going somewhere? What are you so dressed up for?" I like to get dressed up. I enjoy dressing. I enjoy doing my hair. I enjoy makeup. I enjoy, jewelry. Oh, which reminds me, this necklace, and I don't know if you can really see it, but if you've ever heard, and I'm sure you have, the Bradford Exchange, my boyfriend sent away and had this purposely made for me. And that is a little yellow lab, which she is 18 months old now. And I've had labs for 25 years now. I had 2 black labs before her. And my black lab, Eli, he passed away in October of 2022. And this is River, and her name is even engraved on there. She was born like a week and a half after my Eli passed away. And I picked her up in December of 2022, and I have had her for, well, since December, so it's been 14 months, something like that. And she's a sweetheart, but I've never had a yellow lab before, and she's different. She doesn't eat like they did. She just behaves totally different. I mean, she's my third lab. So I don't know what the deal is, but she's just different, and I'm hoping to breed her. She's in heat right now. This is her second heat, so she can't have any puppies or anything until she's over 2. So that's what I'm hoping to do with her. So far, she looks like she would be, a good mom, but you never know until they have their first litter of puppies. And this is something I've never done before. I have wanted to do it. It's been like a dream. And my boyfriend thinks I'm kind of crazy for wanting to do it, but I just feel like I have to do it once. Because once I go through that the one time, I'm going to know if I'm going to want to do that again. It's kind of like doing this thing with YouTube. It's like I either am liking doing it or I'm not going to like doing it. And right now, I am positively loving doing it. I have a lot to say. I've lived a while and I have some experiences and good experiences, bad experiences. I've been through some things. I've lost both of my parents. That was really hard. I've even lost a sibling. I lost my brother a few years ago, and that was devastating to me. So, I've been through some hard stuff. I've been through a divorce, but yet I've had some really wonderful things. It's like I have grandchildren, and grandchildren are your reward. Whatever you go through as a parent, it is worth it once you have the grandchildren, because it's like you see your own kid growing up all over again, and you get to experience that. But the thing is you don't have to raise them. You don't have to pay for everything. You can just enjoy them. And actually, a week or two ago, my daughter-in-law was out of town on business, and she needed help taking care of him. And oh my gosh, I got to have the whole entire day with him. And it was precious. It was absolutely precious. And it's like the greatest thing in my life. And I can't tell you. And it's really cool because my sister has her first grandchild, and she's just over the moon about that. And I mean, my oldest grandchild is 16. My oldest brother, he doesn't have any grandchildren. He's 6 years older than me. And then my brother who passed away, he never had any grandchildren. I've been the only one with grandchildren of the 4 kids until my sister having her first grandchild. And she had 5 kids, so she probably will have more grandchildren than me. My boyfriend has several grandchildren. He's got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he's got 8, and I've got 3. So we have a lot of kids, a lot of grandkids between the 2 of us. So that's really nice. And I really enjoy that. Actually, his oldest granddaughter, who's the same age as my oldest granddaughter, we became grandparents months apart, which is kind of neat because we didn't know each other then. But his oldest granddaughter is in a play coming up this Saturday night. Well, it's actually all this week. I think it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So the play is going on tonight too, but we're seeing it tomorrow night. And it's The Wizard of Oz, which I love. And she is playing Glinda, the Good Witch. So she was in another play last year. She was wonderful. She's a very, very talented girl. So anyway, what am I talking about this time? Oh, what I'm wearing, it's apartment 9. I don't know if I said that. Yeah, this is apartment 9. I got it at the thrift store. On Tuesdays, it's 30% off. And I've said I don't know if I want to advertise for them because they might be all over the country. But anyway, on Tuesdays, they have 30% off for people 55 and over. And so that is the only day that I am going to walk into one of those because I'm not going any other day unless I'm getting 30% off. So anyway, I love this sweater. I'm going to keep it. I really like it. I do. Oh, I know. Talking about clothes. I did one of those clothing things, not Stitch Fix. This was another one where they send you, you kind of fill out a thing where you talk about your likes and dislikes and sizing and all that. And then every month they send you a bunch of clothes and then you keep what you like and send back the rest. Well, this particular brand that I went with, it's not Stitch Fix. And I don't really know if I can even mention it. And maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. You can let me know in the comments if you have had one of these clothing things and if you had good luck with it and whatever one it was. But anyway, this is what happened to me. I think I had it for a whole year and everything was going fine, I mean, I would say most of the time I maybe kept one or two things and then sent the rest back. Because when I look at a piece of clothing, if I'm going to pay for it, especially if I'm going to pay full price, which these clothes were not outrageously priced. They weren't super expensive. But if you bought everything that they sent you in a month, it could add up to quite a bit. And you would spend a lot on clothes for the whole year if you did that. So anyway, I wanted to do that. I wanted to try it. So anyway, everything was going fine. And you get it, you look at the clothes, you pack it back up, they give you a label, and then you take it to the mailbox or the post office and they mail it back. And then you get another one. They charge you for what you kept. Perfect. Worked well. Well, then all of a sudden, after about a year, all of a sudden I get this charge on my checking account for $160 or something like that. And I'm like, what the heck is this? Well, it turns out that there was a package that I never got. And somebody else got it. And I think they probably kept all the clothes. And I was getting charged. And I told them, I said, I never got it. I don't know what you're talking about. And they even sent me an email that showed me all of the pieces that they sent me. And I said, I've never seen any of those things. I don't have them. I don't know where they went, but I never got it. So I think I was refunded that amount of money. And then they sent me another package that I did get. I go to send that one back and they didn't get it. So I got charged again. And so I think I ended up having a total charge from them for $345 or something. And I'm sorry, but I was raising hell about it because it was not my fault. The one package I never got, the other one I got and I sent back and they never got it. It makes you not really want to trust the Postal Service. But anyway, that's what happened. Up until that time, I had no problem at all. Never had a problem. So I was wanting my money back, and I was emailing every day saying, "Give me my money back." And I was really getting annoyed. And they ended up refunding me everything but $45, which I told them, I said, I'm done with you. I want my 45. They wouldn't give it to me. They still have it. They would put that towards if I start up and have them again. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. That kind of soured me on the whole thing of these clothes being sent to you and all that. It was fun in the beginning. It was fun. It was like Christmas. You'd see the pink bag out there. I might have given it away with that. Um, I would think, woo, it was fun. It was like the first thing I did when it was out there. I'd bring it in, I'd go into my bedroom, I'd look at everything. And I mean, there was jewelry too. And some of the jewelry I still have. And if I'm wearing something from that, I'll let you know. But anyway, that was my experience with this particular clothing service, I guess you call it. So, anyway, I'm trying to think. What else can we talk about? Um, I think, oh, yeah, I think in my last video, I talked a lot about the car and my car situation, how my car got stolen. If you wanting to watch that video, I haven't learned how to put it up there so you can watch it. But I do have a whole video about what happened to my car. It was a Hyundai Sonata and it got stolen. So if you want to watch that video, be my guest. But no, I think I was talking about, I'm a big Dave Ramsey fan. His steps, his baby steps, his system was what got me out of debt. And I've been listening to him for years. I really have. But he always would talk about being able to buy a car for cash. And I kept thinking to myself, every time I heard him say that, I'm like, how? How do you do that? And then one time I was listening, because I listen pretty much every day to him, but one day he explained it. And so I'm going to explain it here. I don't know if I'll explain it as good as he did, but I'll try. Basically, what you do is you save $500 for 10 months. So you will have $5,000 at the end of that 10 months. You buy a $5,000 car. Now, my Acura TSX was $7,000, and it's an awesome car. So there are cars out there. It doesn't have to be a crappy, rusted out, horrible car. It really doesn't. There are good cars out there. But the thing is you're not going to have this car that long. What you do is you buy that car for $5,000. Then you save $500 for the next 10 months. So that gives you another $5,000. So basically, you sell the $5,000 car, which you've only had it for 10 months. So it hasn't really lost. It's that old of a car. It's lost all of its value already. It's not going to lose much, if any, in 10 months. So you sell that car and add $5,000 to it. Then you have $10,000. You go buy a $10,000 car. And you do the same thing again for the next 5 months. Or 10 months. You buy a $15,000 car. Do it again. Buy a $20,000 car. See how that works? It's possible. And, if you buy a car and you're not liking it all that much, you're not going to have it that long. You're not going to have it that long. Now, what you need to do before you do that, I would think, is any other debt that you have. If you got a house, that's one thing. But your other debt, you kind of want to get that out of there before you're taking $500 and putting it aside. Because even now, I mean, that's kind of a hefty car payment to have. But if you do that for 10 months, if you do that every 10 months and just increase it by $5,000, say a $20,000 car works for you, then do it. You'll have a $20,000 car and then drive the wheels off of it. I don't know. Or, and then continually put money aside and then buy another car. But I'm telling you, when you have a car loan, and my oldest son, he loves cars. He's bought, I don't know how many cars in the last 4 years or whatever. And you're never going to get ahead. The only interest I like is interest that's paid to me. I don't want to be paying interest to somebody else, like a bank or a credit union or a credit card. I don't want to pay interest. I want interest paid to me. I have an IRA. I have a couple money market accounts. And I have a savings account on top of that that really doesn't give me much, but I need to do something about that too. But what I'm saying is a car payment, it's a depreciating asset. And I use the word asset very loosely. It's not an asset. Yeah, it's nice to drive. But have you ever had a car and just, I don't know, after the newness wears off, it's just a car. It gets you from point A to point B. That's all it's supposed to do. And it doesn't have to do any more than that. You know? It really doesn't. And if you get a Honda, if you get a Toyota, do look at Consumer Reports. Watch. I actually there's a YouTube guy called the Car Care Nut. He was a master mechanic with Toyota, and I tell you what, after watching him, I am sold. When I replace my Acura, I'm probably going to get a Toyota of some kind, probably a Camry or something. Maybe a Lexus if I found the right one. I think they're expensive to fix, but Acuras kind of are too. But what I'm saying is what if you took the car payment that you have right now and put it aside in an investment account? And some people are paying 5 years, 7 years, 10 years on a car. The thing is, that car is going to be old by the time you get it paid off. It'll be old before you pay it off. And it's like, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's like, but anyway, I gotta go. Thanks for coming. Subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.